support Trump?
Yes.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
He was my choice for president. I like him. Why do I support him as president right now?
Yeah.
I support every president. That's what my generation is about.
Like, why would you vote for him, or why do you support him over the Democrats?
I like how he's a peace president. He's a president of peace. He's had peace agreements with other countries. I like his stance on the border. I like his stance on abortion. I like that he's had 500 successful businesses and knows how to run a country.
Okay. So how do you feel about the fact that he started a war with Iran? He said no new wars,
we've been
and
at
started a
war
war with Iran.
We've been at war with Iran since I'm born.
Wait, so you think we were at war with Iran under Biden?
We've been at war with Iran since I've been born. We've always warred with them. They've killed 1,000 of our people.
We were not at war with Iran under Biden's administration. We were not at war with Iran under Trump's first term. We were not at war with Iran under Obama's administration. We were not at war with Iran. That's just ridiculous.
We have had cold wars with Iran, yes.
Wait, so you understand the difference between a cold war and a direct war?
Yeah, but this isn't a war. This is a conflict.
This is a direct war. It is called a war by the Trump administration, by Marco Rubio, by J.D. Vance, by Donald Trump, by Pete Hegseth, by the entirety of the administration. You are just coping if you won't admit that it is the case that it's a war.
Is this the first time we've had a war in America? Is this the first time we've had a conflict?
No, it's not the first time, no.
We have boots on the ground there?
No, just because we don't have boots on the ground doesn't mean it's not a war.
I know, that's your counteract. I know.
Have U.S. service members died?
Everything I say, you're going to read off a counter, but we've been...
Have U.S. service members... Read off. Where do you think I'm reading it off from?
Your DNC notes.
My DNC notes. What DNC notes do I have?
Nobody is this vast about every single category. Let's talk about
no one's this vast? You mean maybe I could just look into these things because it's my job? I don't get DNC notes. What DNC notes do you think I'm getting?
Well, let's talk about your stance on illegal immigrants are net positive.
Okay.
How are they net positive?
I think that undocumented immigrants, if they haven't committed a violent or serious offense, they should be given a pathway to citizenship where they don't have to leave the country. The typical Democratic position is that the undocumented entry should be criminalized, and they should prioritize going after those that have committed violent and serious offenses and then make the legal process go quicker. I happen to agree with the Democratic position more than I agree with the Republican position. You think the DNC told me to say that?
Well, that's really fast to understand, but what you're saying is...
I can restate it.
You want a faster pathway to citizenship, faster?
Yes.
You know that costs hundreds of billions of dollars to do, right? Because now you have to hire many more workers to do that. You have to process everything much faster. There'll be oversight on if they were criminals in their other country. There's negatives to a faster pathway, but we do have a fast pathway to citizenship for foreigners that are an asset to the country. Like a doctor doesn't wait 6 years. If we have a skilled doctor to come into the country, they're not going to wait very long at all.
Yeah, it would be hundreds of billions over like 10 years, okay? Which is a small portion of the budget, like $40 billion a year, something like that probably. And that money specifically would all be taken care of because immigrants, when they come to our country, they decrease the deficit and they decrease the debt. Over the past 30 years, immigrants have decreased the debt by $14.5 trillion according to a Cato Institute study. A Cato Institute study.
You want me to debunk your Cato Institute study right now? Okay, the Cato Institute only accounts for head of household. It doesn't account for the wife or the kids that they have. And they only account for the money that they put into the taxes. They don't put in that they get tax relief of over $12,000. If they pay... So
that's just not true. They account for all of those things.
It's absolutely true. Let me finish. They typically make about $30,000 per year, which they're paying about $3,000 in taxes. They're getting back $12,000 in taxes from all the tax write-offs that they have for it. Tax incentives. Look it up. Go ahead, keep typing. So the Cato Institute only accounts for head of household. That doesn't account for the wife or the kids that are getting government subsidies from their states, and that they're getting a tax return of more than the taxes that they pay in. There, I just debunked your Cato. Go fuck yourself.
No, this is taking that into consideration. We're talking about immigrants as a whole. He just left and ran away because he got so angry that I cited the Cato Institute. Like, bro, he's got so angry at the fact that I cited a source proving him wrong about the deficit that he got so angry, crashed out, and then ran away. Well, he said it didn't account for those things within the Cato Institute study. It fucking does. It does account for those things. It doesn't ignore those things. It never specifically just says head of household. Like, what? Nowhere does it say that. Like, what? He did not read the study he's referencing at all. I think he was criticizing, like, maybe, like, a like a different study, but not the Cato Institute study specific about immigration as a whole. So I don't know. I don't know what study he was disagreeing with. If you want to come back up and explain it, you can, but you call yourself a common sense genius, but then crashed out and ran away.
I'm the same guy who destroyed you last week with the dog icon.
You got destroyed and you crashed out and ran away. You are not common sense. You got destroyed. You're an idiot. You have no clue what you're talking about. You just said that the Cato Institute didn't account for this particular aspect, which it never said that once. It never once said specifically it only accounts for head of household. Never once said that. You literally just made that up. You didn't even look at the study. You got fucking dog walked. You can't acknowledge that they literally will reduce the deficit, and you're coping because you hate immigrants so much. What a loser.
Illegal immigrants destroy America.
We're not talking about illegal immigrants right now. We're talking about immigrants as a whole.
Immigrants are good. Immigrants are good.
Wait, sir, we're talking about immigrants as a whole. I said they decreased the deficit by $14.5 trillion over the past 30 years. You said that's wrong. You tried to then argue against the Cato Institute study by arguing against a different study, not even the Cato Institute study.
The Cato Institute study is, I'm giving you a textbook debunk of it. It's only for head of household, and it's not accounting for the tax.
It is not. No, that's not the Cato Institute study specifically.
You're looking at it wrong.
What is the title? What is the title of the study?
I put in Google Gemini, what is my counter to the Cato Institute being a net positive?
I asked AI, Parker, I asked AI, and AI told me this thing. What is the source that AI provides?
Listen, it only accounts for the head of household. It's not accounting for all the government money. So illegal immigrants.
Where's it sourcing? What is it sourcing?
I don't carry sources with me. I'm telling you that.
Sir,
this is
what is the fucking Gemini sourcing, genius?
Hold on. I got it. Hold on one second.
Give him a second, everybody. We'll see if we can find this out.
The U.S. House Committee on Budget.
U.S. House Committee on Budget. That's completely different. Yes. But what's the title?
And Fair did a study.
That is the House Committee.
And Fair did a study against.
Yeah, that's a far right wing think tank. Okay, that's a study on document. Sir, cue ball. That's a study on. That's a study. Listen, that's a study.
So if it's leftist Cato, it's good. Sir, but if it's far right, it's not good. Okay, I got it.
Cato is a libertarian source, but specifically what you're citing is talking about undocumented immigration. It's not even talking about. It's not even talking about immigration as a whole or the study specifically that the Cato Institute did on the $14.5 trillion decrease in the deficit. You don't know what you don't even know what you're arguing against right now.
It's so fucking painful.
I know it's painful to lose. So blatantly.
I'm not losing. Kid, I lived this life. Like, I'm 50 years old. I made it. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. They're a net negative. You only count the positives. You only count what they bring in. So now an illegal makes $30,000 per year in the construction industry, correct? That you can we agree on that number?
Say it one more time, sorry.
An illegal immigrant in the construction industry makes an average of $30,000 per year.
I don't know. I'd have to look up the data for that.
Okay, you can look it up. It'll come from you can look up the Department of Labor. It'll come up $30,000. What would the American worker in construction make per year?
You tell me.
$100,000.
Like you already have it pulled up.
$100,000. I don't have it pulled up. I lived it. $100,000. I'm boots on the ground. Yeah, I'm a construction worker.
I fucking remember this guy. So
I was one of the biggest union organizers in the history of America. Yeah.
Oh, of course you think that.
So you don't respect what I did.
I'm one of the biggest union organizers in all.
I got hundreds of thousands.
I'm so cool. I'm the greatest person on the planet. I'm actually so much cooler than everyone. I did so much for unions in this country. I did so much for unions that I voted for the guy that busts them.
Well, let's talk. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, I did so much for unions. I supported the guy for president of the United States that wants to get rid of them.
Didn't you say the Keystone Pipeline wasn't ended by Joe Biden? Didn't you say that too?
It was the Supreme Court, and then Biden followed through with the Supreme Court order.
The Supreme Court halted the Keystone Pipeline.
Yeah, halted the production of it, genius.
Let me finish. Joe Biden on day one ended it. It was halted by the Supreme Court. Wait. Joe Biden ended it. You were wrong on that one too.
What does halted mean?
It means that they held it up. It was just in transition. It was halted. Look it up.
Really?
Go ahead. You were wrong about that one. I'm 3-0 against you.
Hey, cue ball. You're gonna have fun with this. Law. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the Supreme Court upheld a lower court injunction about the specific pathway for the Keystone XL that was
it's
going.
Good that you brought him back up. Is this Mariano Rivera? Is this the closer for your arguments?
And
it was halted. Joe Biden ended it on day one. I don't care what you say, Law. I don't
By
care.
then, TC Energy had already ended the pipeline
ended
project.
It day one.
So
Joe Biden
all
ended
that
it
Joe
day one.
Biden
Joe
did was
Biden
end
ended
a
it day one.
cross-border
Joe
permit
Biden ended it
for a
day one.
pipeline
I'll just keep
project
saying
that
it till
was
you take me
already
off.
terminated.
Joe Biden ended it day one. Joe Biden terminated it day one. It cost thousands of union jobs. Joe Biden ended it day one.
How does a permit,
Joe Biden ended
revoking
it day
a permit
Joe
for a
Biden
project
ended it
that
day
was
one.
canceled cost union jobs?
How did it cost union jobs? Go check out the statement from LIUNA, Labor's International Union of North America. Go read their statement about Joe Biden. Go ahead,
So
pal.
What
LIUNA
exactly
was the
did
one
Joe
that,
Biden cancel? Be
is
specific.
LIUNA a big union in America? Are they
Yeah,
a big-
LIUNA's huge. Now,
Right.
what
And what was their
exactly did
statement
Joe
about Joe
Biden
Biden?
cancel?
What was their statement about Joe Biden?
What exactly did Joe Biden cancel?
The Keystone Pipeline.
So he called them up and said, you can't do it anymore?
On day one, he signed out that it was canceled. Yes.
Okay, so Joe, no, you're wrong.
No,
He
I'm not
canceled the
wrong.
cross-border permit. Now, what was the status of the project at the time that he canceled the cross-border permit?
Hold on.
Yeah, ask Gemini. Let's see what it fucked up the Cato Institute study. Let's see how it does
No,
here.
it did not. I'm right about the Cato Institute.
No, actually, when you actually look at the study, right in the methodology line, it says the unit of measurement for the NASEM Cato model is the individual, not households.
Yes, the individual head of household. Yes.
No, it says not households.
No,
Go
the
look at it.
individual head of house is the only one that they account for.
Cue ball. Open the
Jerk
fucking.
off.
Just close the Gemini window.
I don't
you
have
can find
anything
a
on. I
PDF
have
of the
nothing on.
report.
I have a
Go to
phone. That's all I have.
methodology and see what it says.
It's the breadwinner of the family is the only one accounted for. They're not accounting for his illegal wife and his illegal kids that are getting government subsidies.
You are making that up.
I am not making that up. I'm 1,000% accurate on it. Prove me
The
wrong.
unit of measurement
Prove me wrong.
for the model is the individual, not the household.
Yes,
It
the
further
individual.
goes on to say
The-
that
if
our
there's one
purpose is to
person making
determine
money,
which
that's all they
specific
account for.
person triggers the increase in spending, not who
The
indirectly
only
benefits from
person
the
that they
spending.
account for is the one making money, and then the illegal immigrant who's paying
Okay,
$30,000.
you could just keep saying it, but you're still a fucking idiot. You're still wrong.
See how we're getting offensive? See,
Repeating
everybody
the
that
same
I
wrong
get,
thing does not make
all
it right,
you do
cue
is
ball.
just keep laughing, jerk off. Look at this kid. What do you got? Something in your ass? Is that what you got? Is that why you're googling so much?
That's a
Listen,
weird fantasy.
Listen, the guy. We'll call it the man of the house is making $30,000 a year. He pays about $3,000 in taxes.
Hey,
His
buddy,
illegal
cue
wife
ball,
and his
cue ball, cue
illegal
ball,
kids-
cue ball. You're criticizing what you think is the study like that was conducted on undocumented immigrants on like how much they're paying into the system versus how much they take from the system. That's what you're trying to criticize? The Cato Institute study is not even about that. You're referencing a completely different study.
I'm continuing on. I'm building on from that. I know, but the Cato Institute specifically says it accounts for the person that's making the money in the house and that the other people in the house are living off the government system. Prove me wrong.
Did you listen to
wrong.
anything Law
Prove it
said?
wrong.
Did you listen
Prove it
to
wrong.
anything Law said?
What's the title of the report that you're looking at, cue ball?
The FAIR Institute. The FAIR documents.
No, the Cato. I mean, fair is hilarious.
I know.
Yeah, John
It's so
Tanton, the
hilarious.
white
What about-
nationalist. He's a super reliable source. No, I'm asking the Cato Institute study that you are saying only reflects households. What's the title of that study?
Overhaul of what it does. All right, let me
What's
ask you
the
this, Law. Let me ask you this, Law.
Let me ask you what the
puts
title
more
of the
money into
study that you're
economy?
criticizing is.
Law, let me ask you a question.
Okay, yeah, dodge it. Go
What
ahead.
puts more money into the economy, $30,000 a year or $100,000 a year?
What's the title of the study that you're looking at?
Hold on, no, I'm moving on from that.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
What puts more into the economy, $30,000 or $100,000?
You're just making up numbers.
What? This is the Department of Labor stats. What puts more?
It's not.
Illegal
It's not.
immigrants
No,
make-
he's just like not interpreting this correctly.
Illegal immigrants make 64%
You're
less
just,
than.
By the way, he's just categorizing wage. Wage is not the only thing categorized within an economy. He doesn't know that an economy isn't just wages.
Yeah, if illegals make 64% less than the American worker.
What about the profits for the businesses?
So you're a champion for capitalism.
That's
again.
not even
I
what
got
I'm
it.
saying. I'm
No,
just
you
saying
like
that's
slave
where it
labor.
would be
You
in
want-
the
you want
economy,
cheap labor.
genius.
So you want illegals in here?
I
cheap
want
labor.
them to
I got
be
it.
legally recognized.
What? Well, speeding it up. We need more people in America, or should we train
I
our
want them
American
to have a
people?
pathway to citizenship. Now, can you
They have a
please
pathway to
address?
citizenship.
Can you please address
We
Law's
have
point?
a
No, they
pathway to
don't.
citizenship.
Not where they can stay
Yes,
in the
they do.
country.
Yes, they do. They have a pathway to citizenship. There's a legal way to get into our country.
Okay, all right. How about you
So
pause
how many
for a
people
sec-
should we take in?
How about you
Parker?
pause for a
50,000,
second and
50
let
million,
Law
100
make?
million?
How about you pause for a second? Stop crashing out. Let Law make his point.
Oh God, you guys are such fucking assholes! I swear to God, this is so painful.
Parker, like, what? This is a joke. He's not.
You
He
haven't
can't even give us the
proved me wrong
title
on anything.
of the study that he says is wrong.
The Cato
Yeah.
Institute, I didn't say is wrong. It's absolutely right. It says that head of household. Let me finish. The head of household pays into the system. That looks like a net positive, but they don't account for what the wife and the kids get from the government system. They don't account for what they get back in taxes with tax write-offs, which is more than they pay in taxes.
I want to make sure we are looking at the same thing. Can
Prove
you
to
give
me that
me
what
the
I just-
title of the
show me I'm
study
wrong.
that you are looking at?
Show me I'm wrong. Show me I'm wrong.
In order to do that, I would need to make sure that you are looking at the same study that I am. Can you
The
give
Cato
me the
Institute.
title
I'm looking at the
of the
reports from the
study?
Cato Institute that was debunked by FAIR and Department of
Fair, the one run by a white nationalist, by the way. So again, can you tell us the title of the study you're looking at?
Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah. This is my day every day. It's honestly
Hold
this.
on, I can put it in the
I know,
back.
buddy, I know.
I can put it in the background. Hold on a second.
this
put
is
in
how
the-
it's been recently, dude. It's been brutal.
All right. Well, that's what they cost. That's cost.
Here,
right
all right,
there.
let's see. Let's see.
That's where they come
Okay,
at the cost.
Gemini readout. We're off to a good start.
Yeah, jump scare, by the way, as well.
All right. So we spend 180 billion dollars on that, on K through 12 education, medical care, law enforcement, and other programs, and they contribute 31 to 32 million. So that's a net negative of 150 million dollars.
Wait, say that
Okay.
one more time. So what's the title? Can you tell us the title of the study, sir?
This comes from the Federation of the FAIR Federation.
No,
Right there.
God, damn it.
I'm sorry you don't respect it, but prove me you're wrong. Show me where they contribute more than they take out.
Yeah, okay, so no, what you need to click on the source that they provide.
I don't have Google Gemini on. This is just a screenshot.
I
Okay,
understand.
Cuba, let's try again here. Please
Okay, let's
listen,
try
because
again here,
you
boy.
keep jabbering your jaw instead of listening, so that we can get on the same page here. You said
I'm
that the
asking you a
Cato.
question.
God,
Show me
fucking
where
damn it.
these stats are wrong. Show me where they bring in more than they take.
So Parker already cited the Cato Institute
cannot show me that
study
they bring
from
in more. That's not showing me where they
1994 to
bring in more.
2023. Now you said it only accounts for the head of households. The study that Parker cited does not count for only heads of households.
It doesn't.
So
It
the
doesn't
burden
negate.
is on you now at this point to show that the 1994 to 2023 Cato Institute study does not only covers head of households. Go
It
ahead.
only accounts for what gets brought, what they put in. It doesn't account for what they take out. Is my point.
No, they specifically evaluate even the costs of the non-citizen children to go to school. So it does account for the expenses
So if
as
they're
well.
making $30,000 a year, and each kid costs $20,000 a year, that's not a net positive.
You're just making the numbers up, though. You have to provide a source.
What does the average illegal immigrant
Here,
make
let me do this.
in construction in America? Look it up, Parker. Go ahead.
No,
look
hold
up
on.
the DOL.
I'm trying to change
Look
the.
that up. Look it up.
Hold on, give me a
Look up
second.
what they
I'm
make.
changing the way that it looks. Like, how do I change the thing to like make it so that like it's the co-host setup where like it makes the
I'm not
the
staying much
webcams look a
longer.
little larger.
I got things to do.
Oh, he's gonna run away.
I just want you to tell me what the average illegal immigrant makes in the construction field in America. Please bring that up. Please.
I just
I
want you
don't
to
see how
tell me
that's
where the
relevant to the point we're talking
94 to
Laws,
2023
I don't care.
Cato
I don't
study
care. I'm
says
not
that it
going
only
2
covers
on 1. This
households
is
because
getting
it fucking doesn't.
Lord, 2-on-1's not my thing. That's for
Sure.
your wife. That's for your wife to get 2-on-1. Not for me.
That was
I'll go
genuinely,
one-on-one.
that
I'll go
was
one-on-one.
genuinely so cringe.
I'll go 1-on-1.
Hey, we're not talking. Like, I just genuinely, I don't know
Just tell
why
me,
you
Parker,
felt the need to just
how
do
much
that.
does
I'm
an illegal
halfway
immigrant
divorced.
make in
Quite
the
all right.
construction industry in America? Just tell me that. Why won't you answer a question? I answered everything from you. Go ahead. How much do they make?
You literally have not.
How much do they make,
You've answered
Parker?
0 questions, my guy.
Good. That's because I'm smart. Go ahead, Parker. How much do they make? How much
He's
does
smart.
the
Yeah,
illegal
he's
immigrant-
smart not to answer our questions, right?
Yeah, I know how debates work. I know what you're trying to do. That's why I won't give in. I love when people say I'm
By,
bold.
like,
I
what
How
we're
you
try-
substantiate your claim. Yes,
Yeah, we-
that's
I
such
love
a
when
wild
people- I
thing
love
to
when
do.
people
I know,
I'm
right? Like,
bold.
tell us what the title is of the source you're looking at. Like, click on the
Parker,
source that your
Department of
Gemini
Labor.
cites to you.
Department of Labor.
That's not the source.
States.
No, you said that it was the source was
My
fair.
source is the Department
What is the
of Labor.
title of the
Department-
fair article?
I'm not going to talk no more until you tell me what the Department of Labor says that the illegal immigrant
You
makes
just
in the
talked.
construction field. Until you tell me what the illegal immigrant makes in
You
the
just
construction
talked.
field.
You just spoke again. Are you gonna be quiet like a good boy? No bark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, there you go.
Tell me
He
what they
goes.
make.
Now he's
Tell me what they
speaking
make.
again. I thought you said you weren't gonna speak again.
Tell me what they make.
You're still speaking, bro.
Because I just got you, man. You know you looked it up and saw $30,000 and that their kids cost $30,000 to go to school. So that's a net negative.
No, I like literally haven't looked it up yet, dude. I don't know why you're crashing out. We're specifically talking about immigration as a whole, and I cited you a Cato Institute
it's a net
study
negative.
that indicates
It's a net
they
negative.
decreased the deficit by $14.5 trillion over the past 30 years.
It's a tremendous. Yeah, because they exploit their work.
What? We're talking
You're
about
only
immigrants
counting
as
the
a whole.
positives. You're not counting
We're
the
not even.
negatives.
We're not talking about undocumented immigrants
do
only.
they bring anything?
We're talking about
Parker,
immigrants as a whole.
Do they take anything from the system, Parker? Does an illegal immigrant take anything from the system, or they just contribute? Do they send any money home,
We're not just
or do
talking
they
about
keep it all in
undocumented.
America?
Hey, dude, I need to say this one more time. We're not just talking about undocumented immigrants. We're talking about immigration as a whole.
Oh! If we're talking about immigration as a whole, that's a totally different conversation. Immigrants do a lot of good things for the country. I'm for immigrants. I'm not for illegal immigrants. There's a huge difference.
Yeah, I understand. And this whole
My
time,
doctor's an immigrant. My doctor's an immigrant from
I
India.
understand. This whole time, we have been talking about immigration as a whole. And we just said that immigration reduced the deficit by $14.5 trillion over the past 30 years. And then you've been crashing out saying I'm wrong.
No, you're wrong about illegals being a net positive.
I don't even think that was the claim that I made. I claimed specifically about immigration as a whole.
Oh, from the last conversation from a couple of
and,
days
e-
ago.
and
when
even so, we can make a claim about that. But that wasn't the claim that was being made. The claim that was being made was simply about immigration as a whole.
Immigrants are a good thing. They bring in doctors. They bring in. I'm very for immigrants.
So hold up. You think undocumented immigrants have a negative economic impact, but documented
100%.
immigrants have a positive economic impact? So it sounds like the
And then
solution here is to give
now
them
we need a
documents.
faster path. Now you're going to say we need a faster path to citizenship.
Yeah, it sounds like the
But we
solution
don't.
there is
But we
documents.
don't. Why do we need day laborers? We need good people to come in.
Yeah,
Strong people,
yeah.
doctors,
Undocumented immigrants
engineers.
who haven't committed a violent or serious offense are good people.
Lawyers to take this guy's job, who's a weak lawyer. This guy couldn't win a case if his life depended on it.
Yeah, he's probably never won any cases, I bet. So, yeah. So, I mean, didn't you say that you're like the greatest trade unionist ever in the country?
I'm probably one of the top union organizers in the history of America. Yes. You can
And
look
what
me
makes you
up.
think that?
You can look me up.
No,
Wanna
what
look
makes
me
you
up?
think that?
I've won Organizer of the Year twice.
Of what? From what? From what agency or institution?
Liuna. I won it from Mayor Adams. Gave me an award. Francisco Moyer gave me an award
What was the
For-
award for? Screaming into the mic, or what was it for?
for my help in minority. One was for my help in minority communities.
For in what way?
Well, see, I'm not for an open border, but illegal immigrants that are in this country. See, I'm a better person than you think I am. There's some things I just don't agree with you. Illegal immigrants that come into this country that are in New York. I'm in New York. A lot of them get exploited by contractors. They were getting wage theft against them. They were getting unsafe work conditions. And I fought for them to get their rights back. I won lots of money. I worked with Tish James specifically. You could look up 85 J Street in Dumbo, Brooklyn. That was my big job. And I got them back millions of dollars in wage theft that they get committed. The
So you
problem
fought
is,
for undocumented immigrants.
1000%. I don't hate them as people. I hate the process. I love when people call me bald or Uncle Fester. It's so funny. I used to bang their mothers when I was a kid, when I was much better looking.
That is genuinely so cringe that you felt the need to
It's
say
not
that.
cringe. You're not a guy. You don't know how guys
You're so
mess
cringe.
around, man.
I'm not a guy. I'm not a
You
guy.
don't know how like the old school Gen X talks and jokes. You don't get it.
So you were like really messed up and weird, and then you try to associate with everyone else who's Gen X. I bet all the other people who are Gen X
has a
are
sense of humor.
grossed out by you right now.
No,
So
no. We're not that way.
you don't
no.
think the Gen X in
We
the
joke.
comment
We
section are
joke. We
grossed
don't
out
take
by
everything
you?
so serious. We don't take everything so serious. We don't just live on our phones. But
Really? Because
Yeah,
you're on your
so-
phone right now. I bet if you were
Yeah,
to
but
show
we
us your screen time, it'd be pretty high.
no, it isn't.
Really? What's
Well, I'm
your
reti-
screen?
I'm
What is your
retired.
screen time?
I'm retired for 3 years now.
Yeah, and that's why you're on your phone so much. So what's your screen time?
It was like 2 hours today.
2 hours
was at the-
today.
Yeah, I was at the beach and the gym. I'm
Yeah,
up to 5
and
a.m.
right now while you're on my stream.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get off. So we fought to get them their wages back because they get exploited by capitalists in this country, by contractors.
Anyway, by the way, let me just clarify. What time is it right now?
4 o'clock.
So you're already like 3-4 hours in, like at 4 o'clock.
No, this is like my first or second hour. What's
What
the
do you-
difference? All right. So you want foreigners to replace American workers? I got that. You don't care about them. What do you want to do for American workers in the country? What do you want to do for them?
Well, actually,
you
I
wanna
would
speed-
I would like to
What do you
support
want to speed up for
democratic.
them?
I would like to support democratic policy that would be preferable for their conditions. Actually, since Trump's got in office, we've seen real GDP growth slow, real median wage growth slow. We've seen unemployment increase. We've seen inflation increase because of his policies directly, his tariff policies and his war with Iran. Those things have
His
created
first 4
worse
years,
off
inflation
conditions
was
for the
high?
average person and disproportionately raised taxes on the lowest income Americans.
His first 4 years, inflation was high.
Are you talking about this administration?
What's his average been since he's been president this term? What's his average?
I would have to
not what
look
is
at the
this month.
average or calculate that. I don't know if off the top of my
2.8
head.
to 3.
The three, it's
2.8 to 3.0%.
3.5 over the past year-over-year basis.
His average is 2.8 to 3%.
I don't know where you get that number from, but what it is right now is 3.5% going up again. It was
Yeah, I don't care what it is
4.2% the
this
month
month.
prior
What was done to
because
Joe Biden?
energy prices have stayed up, especially because there hasn't been established a ceasefire between the IRGC and the United States.
Okay, so is this presidency over yet?
No, it's not. But
So he still has 2 more
he has
years
still
left to put
caused
everything that
inflation to
he's
go
put-
up. He has still caused gas prices to go up because of
Stock
his
market's went up a
disastrous
lot, too.
war that
Stock
has got
market's went up
nothing
10,000
from it.
points. Stock market's went up 10,000 points.
Okay, so the stock market, like for example, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and
Dow Jones.
Nasdaq are actually growing at a lower rate than what they were the last year and a half under Biden. I've calculated it. I've done the math myself. Nasdaq, for example, grew at a 2 times higher rate under Biden the last year and a half under his administration compared to the first year and a half under Trump.
Yeah, it was all because of Trump's policies.
In 2023 and 2024,
Yep.
what policies?
I don't know. I'm back like you guys. Just anything that Biden does good was because of Trump, right? Just because everything Trump did with
So
Trump's
you have no
economy was the
policies
best.
to reference.
Trump's economy was the best this first term.
So you have
He
no
has 2
policies
years
to
left as
reference.
he has 2 years left as president right now.
So you
So
have no.
everything he's
So,
putting
so
into
again,
place,
can I
the war in
clarify? You have no policy to reference.
The conflict in Iran is going to pan out. You'll see a reduction in gas immediately within the next 2 months. You'll see food prices go down, which food prices have a lot to do with capitalism. That had to do with
Trump's apparently got a deal done like 8 times. So when is this deal actually going to happen? Because he's been claiming this for like the past few months. They've been saying 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, and it's
Is that
still
his
2
fault? Is
months,
that his
6
fault?
months out.
So did every conflict that Obama had did that all end well? Did every conflict Biden end well when 13 people got killed in Afghanistan?
Can you name, which by the way, Trump set up the agreement to leave Afghanistan. Can you tell me one war that Biden started?
He didn't start the Iran war. So anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
so
Trump did. So can you name one war that Biden started?
Nobody funded Ukraine. He kind of started the Ukraine war. He didn't
So,
end it.
but
He never got a
Ukraine
peace agreement.
wasn't started by
He
Biden.
funded-
It was
he
started
funded
by
the-
Russia.
But he funded it, and he kept it going. He
Yeah,
never
so
tried
does
to stop
so is
it.
Trump,
Trump tried to get a peace agreement his first day in office.
and he failed. And
failed
that
because
that Biden tried to as well, but obviously, like Russia's not willing to accept any of the terms of negotiation.
Yeah. Okay. Biden was so great that his own party pushed him out, and then Donald Trump had to fix everything that he left. The 15 million that crossed the border under him. This is all stuff that Trump has to fix.
The change in undocumented immigrant population, according to Pew Research, is 3.5 million. How do you feel about that?
I don't care what the Pew Register. I don't care what it says. It's a liberal source.
Very,
Boots on the
very,
ground.
very known, like
The border- the
just
border
liberal
agent
source,
said-
right?
How many people?
Which relies on the U.S. Census.
How many people?
A very
many
known
people-
liberal source, right?
How many people were given court dates and released back into the system? Can you give me that number? No, you can't because it's on. They have no idea. But that's was Biden's plan. That's exactly what he was doing.
So
was
we're
doing
getting
it
court
actually at
dates
the
and
border.
released into the system.
He was doing encounters at the border, giving them court dates and releasing them back into America.
Yeah, we do know the number because they're active cases. It's 3.4 million.
No. It was at least 10 to it was at least 10 to 15 million people got in under Joe Biden. 300,000 per month were getting in under his term.
What's an encounter, Cue Ball?
An encounter means that they went to the border, they got encountered by border agents.
Right, and then what happened?
They gave them court dates, and when they gave them court dates, they didn't show up to them, and then they were released back into the system.
They turned them back around. There were
and then
8.8
they
million
came back into the country.
encounters.
No, that's your story.
There were 8.8 million encounters throughout the Biden term. 8.8.
Why are there no encounters under Donald Trump?
Because people aren't excited to show up here and have their civil rights violated.
That's not civil rights. Well, you don't have civil rights from another country. He took out all incent.
The 14th
He
Amendment
incentivized
doesn't
it.
exist to this guy.
He took out every incentive to come to this country. That's what happened.
No, so there were
Parker,
confounding
let me get the
variables.
conclusion here. I'm going to show you how I beat you. So far I showed you that illegals are a net negative. I proved you wrong on that. I
No,
proved you
you
that the
didn't.
Cato Institute is inconclusive, the stats you're giving.
No, you just made that shit. Okay.
Encounters were higher than you're saying. That's 3-0.
0 for 3.
That's your. See, this is what I mean. I'm going against two people. It's
well,
hard.
well, I mean,
I'm not speaking.
Just say shit
I'm gonna
and
ask
then
you a
declare
question,
yourself
Parker.
right. Why
Is
can't
there
Wait,
anybody
cue ball,
that
cue ball.
will-
Right now it's you versus law. I'm not saying jack shit.
Parker,
so.
is there anything I
Wait,
said today?
he's
that
trying to
somebody
pivot
would
to
agree
me
with?
instead of responding to law?
I know.
Is there anything I said today that you agree with?
No.
Then take care.
Is he running?
Yeah, he is.
All right.
Solid end of the conversation. By the way, I don't think there's
that was
anything I could mention that I agreed with him. Like, is there anything? Do you remember anything that he
Well,
said?
I mean, the fact that undocumented people who work in construction have a 30% lower rate than white people, but that's also heavily influenced by the fact that natural-born Americans typically work as foremen. They work as the supervisors, so things like that. When we have more undocumented people that show up, they work the lower level entry level jobs. And then because if there's more labor pools available, they get to have more work crews. More work crews means they get to produce, have more contracts signed, more jobs done. But that also means you need more site foremen, you need more supervisors, you need more inspectors, and all of those tend to be the higher skilled who aren't undocumented. So, and that's one of the things when you actually read through the Cato study, instead of having Gemini, if you tell Gemini, tell me what I could do to argue against this, AI wants to give you what you want. So it will hallucinate things for you to argue against it. But literally, you just have to look at the methodology of the study itself. And it very specifically says individuals, not households. So, but in any case, that's one of the things that they showed the beneficial impact of immigrants on the economy is because they work those lower level entry jobs. It allows businesses, particularly in construction, to expand into more areas, to have more crews out, to take more jobs. So it ends up being a net benefit on the economy because those businesses grow because they have effective source of entry-level labor.
Yeah, that's what they don't understand. A lot of people don't understand is that like when undocumented immigrants fulfill these particular labor, it makes other jobs more productive. So it does create jobs not only just through that process, but also through them demanding goods and services within our economy, which increases demand for labor as well. For some reason, people when they think about immigration, just think like they either fulfill a job or they just demand housing. It's one or the other. They won't think that both could be true simultaneously. They're just going to think it's either one or the other. So it's a lot of misinformation about it. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man, for very much for coming out.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, everybody, I'm going to drop down now, but real quick, as a favor to me, if you can, tap until Parker gets to 1 million. So everybody, take a break. The headphone users, come back to your phone. Just tap until that number hits 1 million. All right, appreciate you,
man. Good to see you as always. Let's get on this next individual, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates as always, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. If you want to support me as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. So you can support me over YouTube Super Chat as always. And if you're a whiny little crybaby like the last guest who was debating us, make sure to send a guest request right now if you're MAGA. We're going to continue on to the debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Bag of spinach, thank you very much for the $15. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. No, I haven't. I'll have to make sure to... Whoa, the echo is crazy. Bag of spinach, thank you so much for the $15. I'll make sure to look into that. Thank you so much for the information. Thank you. As well as, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Truette, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. Kayla, thank you for the $1. Jason, thank you for the $3. Thank you very much from the DNC. Ellie, thank you very much for the $1. Molly with the $5. Sarah, thank you very much for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. And for the $1. As well as Gabby, thank you very much for the $1. Rebecca, thank you for the $2. Megan with the $10. Thank you. Lindsay with the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, diabolical. That would be an interesting one to bring up to him if he were here. And then Joe, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I know, right? Astrid, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'd probably say I'm pretty much there too. Justina, thank you very much for the $20 for holy moly. What have I missed so far today? Each time I pop in, someone is crashing out. I swear, there's been so many recently. There's been a lot. That's what I gotta say. Caleb, thank you very much for the $20. Thank you very much.